Here at Community Supported Research, we are trying to democratize agricultural research, optimize communication between all the major players in our food system. That's the producers, the consumers, the retail supporters, the suppliers, the educators, and most importantly for us, the researchers, all in the hopes to support the kind of research that our community wants and needs. I'm Anna. I'm an entomologist with 20 years of experience conducting applied research all around the country. I recognize that research is very slow. It's a very methodical process. The funding structures are cumbersome. Even the most farmer-centric programs will leave a very uncomfortable gap between researchers and farmers. I've written a lot of grants. I have an idea, I write up a plan, I might get a support letter from farmers in my network, granted, who helped me devise the plan to begin with. And, months go by and I might go, oh, bad news, didn't get funded, try again next year. Or great news, got funded. And then I hire a student who actually conducts the research. And a couple of years later, that student has learned how to do research. And if we are lucky, like really lucky, we'll have some good recommendations for those farmers. That's how it works, typically. So we're going to try something a little different here. And we're going to take inspiration from CSA models, where consumers buy a share of what a farmer produces every year, and that farmer makes decisions based on what their shareholders want. NHCSR is going to put all the money we raise from grants or donations or our Patreon, put it all in a big pile and ask the community what we should spend it on. So I'll be running field trials this field season coming up 2026, and I'm going to share the whole process from start to finish, warts and all. So if you care about how your food is grown, and you want to learn more about how the food system works, if you are a serious grower and you really love evidence-based recommendations, but you don't feel like the research that targets large ag's needs meet your needs, or you just love plants and bugs and gardening, this channel is for you. And in order to build this community, I need your help. And of course, yes, I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe to this channel so it can get in front of as many eyeballs as possible, but I want so much more from you. Here's some ways. Consider being a field correspondent. I am recruiting people who are willing to hop on a Zoom and have a quick interview with me, or send in a voice note, or just leave a voicemail in response to some questions that I'll be sending out on a regular basis. Reach out to info@nhcsr.org if you're interested. We will also be conducting focus groups throughout the winter. So keep your eyes peeled for calls, for people who are willing to jump on a Zoom call and spend an hour or so we can pick your brains about the projects that we are considering for this upcoming season. So we'll be looking for folks who are super interested in talking about, organic practices, or cover cropping, or monitoring for pepper maggot, or growing sweet potatoes. These are the kinds of topics that we're going to be doing some deep dives in. Also, I don't know if you've been watching the news, but things are not good for publicly funded research right now. So if you have the means, please consider donating. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. You can find a link to the donation button on our website. Even better, consider joining the Patreon. Come and check it out, become a member. I don't think there's going to be too much information behind a paywall, but we're going to be using that Patreon to have member forum discussions. I think we're going to try out some small group coaching sessions for newbies in gardening and farming. And at the end of the day, I think the final decisions as to what trials we'll actually conduct will come down to a vote of the Patreon membership. So come and check it out. But no matter what, please leave a comment. Let us know what kind of research that you would like to see conducted. Maybe we can do it. Maybe we can't do that in a field season in New Hampshire, but we can connect you with somebody who can. We can send a message to people who can help out. So help us build this community and support the research our community needs.